What I do is I drive around and I identify properties that have physical signs of neglect, and then I reach out and see if they want to sell.
Okay, so now what's changed, if anything, in the fundamentals of actually finding these discounted properties? Are certain things working better than others? Is it creating the YouTube videos and having a cameraman follow you around everywhere so people call you more? Is it the Facebook targeting ads? Like, is it the robo dialer? Like, what do you feel like is the thing that's working best for you right now to find off market properties?
Yeah. So like all the podcasting that I'm doing for my own podcast and YouTube channel and that kind of stuff, that's for me to give back and to help other people that are getting started. And also to find people that need a coach and a mentor that I can help, right? Like that's what that's for. It's kind of my distraction business. Keeps me from making more money in real estate investing, because I love it, right? And I want that to be my legacy. It's the Stephen Covey, start with the end in mind. I want to be remembered for helping and serving, and so that's what that is. But the way I'm sourcing all of my deals is from Driving for Dollars. You mentioned my website, Driving for Dollars Mastery. What I do is I drive around and I identify properties that have physical signs of neglect, and then I reach out and see if they want to sell. I don't think it necessarily matters whether you text, cold call, and postcard or do all three. We do all three of those. Our most profitable right now is postcards. And that's in Utah. Our Florida market, we're doing more off texting as far as cost. But we're spending anywhere between 9 cents to make $1. And our most expensive one with Driving for Dollars is 29 cents to make $1, our most expensive. So when we drive around, we find these off market discounted properties. We're just driving around looking for the ugly ducklings in the neighborhoods, right? And see if they want to sell. So we break down, so we use an app called Deal Machine right now. And it quickly allows us to identify the house and just push a button on the phone and uploads their information in an Excel spreadsheet for us. We then export that list, text, cold call, and postcard. But that list, that Driving for Dollars list, in my numbers that I look at, I break it down into different marketing campaigns. I call it my Driving for Dollars absentee owner list, my Driving for Dollars owner occupied, Driving for Dollars corporate, and Driving for Dollars turd list, which is our ugliest of houses, right? We separate those into 4 different categories. Our most profitable in Florida is our Driving for Dollars absentee. Most profitable in Utah is Driving for Dollars owner occupied. I mean, they're all very, very profitable. Don't get me wrong. And like I said, texting is the most effective of the 3 in Florida, then cold calling, then postcards. In Utah, it's postcards, then texting, then cold calling. But yeah, that's how we're finding. I want to be as transparent as possible. That's what we're doing. I actually use the same strategy to find my personal home we're buying. That's one of my most exciting deals I'm working right now. So
perfect. Right on. I appreciate you sharing that. Yeah. And that's good details. So you're driving around, you're looking for the dog, you're looking for the thing that has needs some love, some neglect. And then boom, on the Deal Machine, you're just, I'm picturing like a Zillow app or a Redfin app. You click that house, and then that's going to automatically start sending it to this other list. Then from that, you compile, I don't know, 15 or 20 homes that you found that one drive, right? And then you're going to start to email and specifically target text calls. And by calls, are you doing like physical cold calls, or is it like a robo dialer where it's just leaving a voicemail, or what's your call look like?
Yeah, just cold calling. So I think on the previous episode that I did with you, we talked about the 40-day challenge, where I actually went out and did this live with the camera crew following me. And in 40 days, I made 93 grand wholesaling, and then kept 2 rentals with 100 grand in equity. So I made almost $200,000 in 40 days doing this, documenting it. And so when we cold call, we use a triple line dialer called mojosales.com. There's more than one. There's lots of them out there. A lot of my real estate agents listen in. You guys know, like you guys use that kind of stuff a lot. Texting, we're using batch leads. So you can go to batchleads.com. I should give you guys some discounts so you can save some money too. So with batch leads for texting, you can use the discount code DFD, stands for Driving for Dollars. And then with Deal Machine, you can use the discount code PIN, PIN, to get a nice discount as well. So And then to get phone numbers for a much better price, we actually don't use Deal Machine. We use a company called Batch Skip Tracing, which is a sister company of Batch Lead. So Batch Skip Tracing, you can use my discount code DFD as well. But yeah, I mean, that's what we're doing. And it's pretty cool because my wife and I, we've been debating for like a year, like, where are we going to live? Where do we want to live? And when I was a window washer, I got to work in all the wealthy areas here in Utah and meet some amazing people. And I love this little place called Mountain Green. It's beautiful mountain views. And I, from the time I was a teenager washing windows, I was like, I'm going to live here one day. But my wife's from Sao Paulo, Brazil, 18 million people. And so like Salt Lake City's like small town for her, right? So moving her kind of up in the mountains where there's cows was out of the question. But she finally convinced that that's a good idea where we could raise our kids. And so I finally got the green light. We drove around up there and said, tell me what neighborhood you want to live in and I'll find us a house. And so we identified the exact like subdivision that she wanted. And within 1 hour, I had tagged all the properties in the neighborhood, had phone numbers, and was doing a texting campaign to that whole neighborhood saying, hey, I want to raise my family here. Any of you want to sell your house? I'll pay full retail. You don't have to pay an agent. And I found a buyer within an hour, or a seller, sorry, within an hour, within our price range, the exact house that we'd want that's within walking distance to the school. And so it's pretty cool because these strategies that I use, it would work for a real estate agent to find listings. It would work for you to find a personal home, to find investment properties, flips, buy and holds, or even wholesale deals like I use it for. So it's kind of cool how much this strategy's blessed my family and continues to bless my family in different ways than I ever expected. So it's pretty awesome.
Love it. Absolutely love it. So we got all those. You guys got that batchleads.com, DFD, Deal Machine, look PIM, P as in Paul, I, and then M as in Mary, and then Batch Skip Tracing DFD for the discount codes. And then you use it for your own place. You got the dream house in the mountains, loving it. That's really, really, really inspiring.